Hey guys, welcome to Ringsiders. We have a very special guest tonight, Charlie Haas. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing excellent, man. How are you doing?
We're really good, man. Like Carl said, really
All right.
appreciate your time, man. Massive,
No
massive
problem.
fan, so thank you.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm glad to do this, man. And dude, it's been a while since I've talked to my fans over in the UK, so I'm excited about this. This is gonna be a good one. So
Speaking of fans in the UK, I just want to get this out of the way straight away. I was talking to Jamie before we started recording, and my mum is actually a huge Charlie Haas fan. So
okay.
when I was speaking to my mum about doing an interview with Charlie Haas, she was like, "You've got to tell him I said hello." Because back
Oh, yeah, well, tell her hello, mom.
absolutely will do. We used to watch SmackDown every single weekend, and she was like the biggest Team Angle fan. So I said, I'll say hello to Charlie Haas for you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Great deal, man. Yeah, it was a good time. Man. We always had a really good time. Sean and I had a really, really good time going over there wrestling in the UK. I just loved working over there because of just the history of the UK has, and like we would drive through like Sherwood Forest and Nottingham and all that. I mean, I know that, but you got Buckingham, you have London. I mean Heathrow. I mean, there were just so many different parts of London or England that I just loved.
Yeah.
So. It's just, I mean, that's part of our history. That's where we came from, the United States. So it was great to be there.
I mean, you've improved on a lot of things that we did, but
Well,
I mean, we both. I think both Britain and the U.S. I think we're the ones that hold the UN together. I think we're the powerhouses. So
that's it. Yeah, that's whenever you look at wrestling, you've always had the powerhouse stables of like Lex Luger and the British Bulldog. So that's what I always think.
There you are.
That's true.
Yeah. I'd rather go with just the British Bulldogs. I don't know about that other one, but
yeah,
Maybe so. I mean, let's talk. I mean, the Haas of Pain tour. You've made your return. I mean, what brought this about? What did you get the itch again to come back?
Yeah, no, I got the itch to come back, man. I started wrestling for SWE, Texoma Pro and SWE. I got the itch to come back. My boys are they're 11 and 9. They've been amateur wrestling since they were like 4, 8. So I've been coaching that for a long time, and then they started wrestling. They wanted to do pro, so so I would bring them with me to the indie matches that I was doing, and they'd get in the ring, and they're excelling at such a fast rate. I mean, even though they're so young, they're so advanced as a pro wrestler right now. They're already doing matches on shows and stuff like that, opening up the shows. But I just got the itch, man. I wanted them to see me. They never got a chance to see me wrestle for WWE. And now with internet TV and there's so many different platforms of wrestling, it's a good era right now to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say to you. I mean, the current scene at the moment, back in the day, there was WWE. Now there's so many companies. The indies is thriving. Yeah. Is that something that's appealing to you as well? The indie scene.
Oh, I know. It's almost where I really don't want to even classify it as the indie scene. I think it's evolved past that. I think it was almost like the territory days. I really think that, each organization or promotion has its own niche. And, I really I hate saying, I think when people call it an indie, I think they treat it like an indie where these people they're going out, they're doing pay-per-views, they're doing a weekly or they're taping TV every 2 weeks. So, I mean, I would really, man, I mean, I almost say like it's like a territory. It's the territory days, I mean, you got great promotions like MLW, PCW Ultra. You got, Ring of Honor whenever if they come back, I hope. AAA, you got
GCW as well doing some good things.
Oh, dude, GCW is killing it. NWA, there's so many good promotions out there. AEW, of course, WWE. If I forgot any, I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, they're just killing it, man, right now. Yeah, GCW is killing it with the pay-per-views. Yeah.
Well, that's it. I mean, one of the companies as well. I mean, you was there not long ago, Impact. I think one of the best products at the moment out there.
Right. No, they're Impact's doing a great job, man. They're killing it right now. So, it's really good.
Yeah, what was your experience like that?
It was great. It was great to be back. It was the first time to be on television. I'm sorry, I forgot about. It's been such a whirlwind since I debuted on there. And it was my first time I've ever been on Impact. Man, they're what a first class organization. I mean, when you showed up and you're walking back through the back where the all the TV trucks are and the satellite trucks and the radio. I mean, you feel like you're in WWE, you know. But they run it they're very more like, hey, here's your promo, here's your bullet points, go out and do it, you know, kill it. Yeah. All right, what are you guys gonna do in your match? Here's the finish, go ahead and do it. I mean, they are, you know, they're so laid back. Jimmy Jacobs is running a lot of it. He's doing a great job at the helm of Scott D'Amore, and then you got greats like Dreamer and D'Lo Brown and Gail Kim. They're rocking it, you know. So Rhino's back there too. But no, it's just you know, they got a great crew. I mean, look at all the people they have there from Cass, Big Cass to and if you can say that name on there, I'm not sure, but you know, going to Matt Cardona to Brian Myers to
Josh Alexander.
I mean, Josh Alexander. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get to that too. What a great professional. I really enjoyed working with him. I look forward to working with him more often. He is the pinnacle and he's the man right now. Also, you know, Jonah, what a performer he is too. You know, so, and then of course, you know, Moose. So I'm looking forward to, you know, I hope to work for them again. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to Josh Alexander a few months ago, and he's just one of those guys that we've heard nothing but good things about. I mean, you touched it briefly, but I mean, what was it like being in the ring with someone like Josh Alexander? Did it remind you a bit of yourself almost?
Yeah, no, it did, man. It did, you know, with his wrestling background and his, you know, his grasp of the business and like where he wants to go in the match and the story he wants to tell. It did, man. It did remind me a lot, you know, so I'm very fortunate, very happy, you know, so.
And obviously the House of Pain tour, I mean, obviously things are tricky at the moment, but are we going to see you over the point?
Yeah. Well, you know, here's the deal. So I was really excited, you know, so being debuting on Impact, I got him plugging in my phone real quick. No, debuting on Impact really gave me the advantage to go out and to man, you know, to showcase that I'm still wrestling, and it gave me the opportunity to take bookings elsewhere, and it's filling up. So I started, okay, let's start this, let's start this Charlie Haas, you know, Haas of Pain tour, you know, for different dates all over the country. It's like I said, you know, it's really so many great organizations right now, and the one that I'm working for, one of them is Prestige. They got some great matches lined up for me. I'm excited. Then I got Relentless coming up. XICW. I mean, there's a bunch of big, you know, like you said, I don't even call them independent promotions. I mean, there's promotions out there that have different forms of streaming, whether it's like Facebook Live or if it's on Pulte. I mean, you got Pluto, of course, that a lot of those shows are on, but they could be on Plex, they could be on Crackle, they could be on YouTube TV. So there's a lot of, you know, look at Reality Wrestling, what Booker T has done. I mean, I think that show is really taken off like crazy. I mean, I've been there, I've wrestled there. It's a top promotion. I mean, like I said, these things aren't really indies anymore. They are really becoming their own promotions, man. It's really like a territory, you know, and each promotion's different. Now, what I'm hoping to do is really, that's why I'm glad you guys invited me on this, is to let my fans in the UK and the promotions out there that I'm taking bookings. I would love to come over there and work in the UK or in that area. So, you know, what I know you have, you know, NXT at UK, but I mean, what else do you guys have over there? What are the big promotions?
Oh, Progress for a start. Progress Wrestling, I'm sure you've heard of before. They're doing some great work.
Yeah,
it's Progress.
Rev Pro is good.
Revolution Pro is another one.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys? I'm sorry. Are you guys? Where are they? Are they on internet TV? Like, can we get them over here? Like, where would I find them?
Yeah, they've all got their own streaming service. Some of them you might even find on IWTV.
See that? Okay, so we don't get IWTV over here. So that's what I'm just trying to think where I guess maybe do they have a YouTube TV?
Yeah, they'll definitely have a YouTube channel. What we'll do, breaking the fourth wall a bit, we'll send you an email afterwards with some of the places we'd like to see you anyway, because there's plenty of promotions over here.
If you can send me their contact information, man, I would love to go over there and do like a UK tour. That'd be fucking great.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, we'll be front row, dude. We'll be front row every show, without a doubt. But there's so many companies here in the UK, man. There's so many.
We in the last 5 years, the UK has grown a huge wrestling scene, and it's probably different to the last time you was here. like every single city has its own company now, if not more.
Yeah, the last time, yeah. Dude, that's great, man. Yeah, do they work together sometimes? Do they don't run the same day, or if they're close enough, or do they just all? Is it big enough to where it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, they're usually quite good about it. They'll keep in contact and they'll like run different days to each other, so everybody gets their own 10. So like, you know, if you are doing a tour, it makes it easier for the wrestler to be able to do multiple shows in a week. So you're not having to like choose which one to do.
Yeah,
you probably get quite a few shows.
And they've got a lot of partnerships as well. Like the last Rev Pro show I went to, it was a Rev Pro and New Japan show. So I mean, they do work with a lot of other companies as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I've wrestled Tanahashi before, man. I'm a big New Japan fan.
Absolutely.
You know, man, if you guys could send me their contact or send me, where I can watch them, and if you have contacts on them or anything, that'd be great. I would love to, start something over there. And man, maybe we can get your, we can put your show on the shirts and all that. But you guys started the tour. You guys started the tour, so.
We're down for that, man. We'll send you the links and everything after this. We'll shoot you an email.
Great,
obviously, the comeback tour, obviously, we're massive fans as well. We did want to ask you about, obviously, you was a part of SmackDown when it was argued the best time to be on SmackDown.
The best.
What was that experience like for you? I mean, that time.
Well, I mean, I got to work with some great individuals. I mean, I got to work with, Shelton Benjamin, Kurt Angle, of course, as my team Angle, or World's Greatest Tag Team. But I mean, the Guerreros, Chris Benoit, Rhino, Brock Lesnar, Kane, the Dudleys. It just goes on and on. I got to work with a lot of greats. I just really wish that we would have had a Dreams Greatest Tag Team. That's something I miss out. I wish we would have had that. We never did. So, but no, I was a big fan, man. I mean, I was just a big fan of travel to the UK because you guys, every time we went there, I mean, we were, every show wasn't like a house show or spot show. We know we would do a Raw or tape that, or SmackDown there, but even the house shows leading up to that, man, they were 100% like a pay-per-view. I mean, it was just. They put all effort, and everybody was so excited to be there. I mean, we put our heart and soul in every match. It was great, man. It was a fun time. We would wrestle, and then we get in a bus and we travel all over the UK, and it was it was just a great experience, man. And the fans were just, man, it just because you come back at the United States, and sometimes I think at the time WWE was the only one, so the fans are kind of getting tired, or was getting maybe watered down to them. But UFC was taking off big time. But you get over to Europe, man, the fans haven't seen you in a while, and it's a live show. They're going. I mean, it made you feel good. You'd rather just be working over there the whole time, I mean, at the time, I loved working. I'm just grateful to be working anywhere because of because of the fans. Period. But like I said, at times the fans, they get tired. There was only one promotion in the U.S. But when you get a chance to go work overseas, like whether it be the UK, Australia, or Europe or Germany or Italy, it's you do not want to turn up that you do not want to miss out on that opportunity. So
absolutely, man. And just going back to that as well, and obviously the first tag team title run, you beat the Guerreros. I mean, you hear a lot of things about him, but I mean, from someone that was in the ring with Eddie, what was it like working with Eddie? Was he as good as everyone said he was?
No, he was, but he was as good as everyone says he was. But Chavo had a lot to do with it too. Chavo was very good too. People overlook him, and they always want to ask about it. Yeah, they want to always ask about Eddie, and I'm like, man, you guys are missing out. You guys got to talk about Chavo too. Chavo was part of the Guerreros. If it wasn't for Chavo, you wouldn't have the Guerreros. Los Guerreros, kid's a second generation, maybe third generation wrestler. That's third generation because third. And dude, he's so talented. Has a great mind for the business. He does a lot of knowledge. He helps backstage, but people just don't give him enough credit. So Chavo was great. But to answer your question, Eddie was great to work with. It was we had some growing pains at the beginning, but after that, man, once our chemistry clicked, dude, it was easy, man. It was very easy. He was just trying to teach us how to call it in the ring and how to fill it, and he did. So it was really good.
Honestly,
go on, Callum.
I really think that the tag team division in that 2003 to 2005 era on SmackDown was honestly the best tag team wrestling I've ever seen. I don't think it's even being touched nowadays. What was it like for you being part of some what a lot of fans class as the best tag team division in WWE.
Man, no, I mean, it's an honor. One, it's an honor. Two, I always say, it was a really great tag team division because, we wrestled. I mean, Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio were great. I just wish that we would have brought in a little bit earlier, maybe about a year or two earlier, to be in there with the Hardys, Edge and Christian. We wrestled the Hardys, but to wrestle Edge and Christian, to wrestle the New Age Outlaws, to wrestle the Dudleys, to wrestle, the list could go on and on. I just, I wish that we could have been in there, for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was just a great time.
We caught the tail end of it, though. We caught the tail end of it, and it was and for us still, we had great matches with all those other tag teams. So to be classified in that and to be considered one of the greater tag teams, the top 50 tag teams, I really it's an honor. So I'm really thankful.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, like you said when we started the show, I mean, we were so excited to get you on because we are a massive fan. We were talking before you came on. And we grew up watching you. So, I mean, it's an absolute thrill, man. It was a wonderful time to be a fan. Just touching on the team angle as well. I mean, obviously, what was it like, obviously, working with Kurt and obviously learning from Kurt Angle?
Dude, it was great. Kurt was ultimate professional. I was a big fan of Kurt Angle's when he was an amateur. So when he won the gold medal, that was that was huge, man, because I was just graduating college. He just finished my amateur career, was embarking on my pro career. He just finished his international career, winning the gold. And, it was a tough time for him. Dave Schultz his coach was killed by DuPont, John DuPont, so it rocked the amateur wrestling world. It shut down Foxcatcher, which was a huge amateur wrestling club. But I was a fan of Kurt. So to be able to work with him was like, man, I was I was a mark for him as a pro wrestler. I was a mark for him as an amateur wrestler. I'm like, oh my God, man, it was great. Dude, I was very fortunate and blessed, dude, to have him come into my life and for us to maintain being really good friends. So.
Yeah, that's what I loved about the team, and obviously with you and Shelton and Kurt. It was really, SmackDown was the wrestling show. I mean, the stories were told in the ring. I mean, how important was that to you to be able to tell them stories in the ring, opposed to saying, it was more, the variety show?
It was more important to us because, I think at the time we didn't realize that we were doing it. So I look back now, but it was really about the work in between the moves. And that was the story. It's not about all these cool moves and and all right, I take this move, I get up and I'm running a spot. I mean, when it was a finish, it was a finish. I mean, look, you had I mean, look at the guys that were over that were not as athletic, but were over would be like, JBL, he's he was one of the greatest heels of all time, and they hated him. He knew how to do his job, and that clothesline from hell, when he hit it, that's a finish. That's over, man. Ron Simmons, the APA, that's a tag team I forgot to mention. Loved working with them. And I mean, talking about calling the ring, it was just whatever they said. You never called anything in the back because you just didn't know if it was going to go that way because you had to listen to the crowd, man. They would just call it right there. So, I mean, they beat the hell out of you, and you'd have to give it back to them. So, I mean, it was what you saw, man. It was a real, big thrown out war, but it was great. Though I really, it was a fun time to be part of that era. I look back now and I realize how great it was, and you makes you wish you could just have enjoyed it a little bit more. So,
yeah, it was. It was. Like I said, I don't think there's ever been a better time on SmackDown ever than that period. Like you said, with the people you mentioned. But also the big guys, you had Big Show, you had The Undertaker on SmackDown at that time as well.
That's true.
Even A-Train was a great monster.
A-Train, another one. There was just such a plethora.
Yeah, him and he was a hell of a talent. Tomko, I mean, he had some big guys. I mean, Kane, Undertaker. I never got a chance to work Undertaker, but yeah, Big Show. We got to tag with him a couple of times. Mark Henry, dude. I mean, it's unbelievable. You're right. It is a hell of a roster, man. Deep roster from the Giants, the all-time great Giants, all the way down to Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, and you had D'Lo Brown would be in there, and Crash Holly, and you had some great wrestlers there.
It was fantastic, man. It really was. Obviously, I'm just to sidetrack a second. You mentioned Mark Henry. You hear it all the time. Is he legitimately the strongest man in the world? You hear a lot of people say how strong he is.
Yeah, you know what? He was legit on the Olympic team for but he hurt his back was so messed up. He really could have won. He could have medaled definitely. But he got in shape. He got back in shape from his injury. His injury sidelined him a bunch, man. He's deadlifting and doing all these Olympic weightlifts. Man, these Olympic weightlifts can really, really I can't do them because I have so much arthritis in my body, or not so much arthritis. It's just, your body can only go so, your body is so used to amateur wrestling and pro wrestling. You're just not as flexible as with those Olympic weightlifting. I do different types of lift to stay, try to keep my size. But man, Mark Henry, there's a YouTube video where I forget the dumbbell, what it's called, but it was a dumbbell where he picked up, he was able to snatch and clean it over his head. I want to say it was close to, man, I don't even know. I'd be lying to tell you the exact weight, man, but it's on YouTube, and it's the dumbbell where not only very few people have been able to do that.
Really?
I'm sorry, I don't my lack of knowledge, but no, he's legit that strong. He really is. He's that strong, man. He really is.
That's incredible.
I love hearing the stories get confirmed by people who were actually there, all these things. But yeah, Mark Henry, guy.
And other people like Big Show, strong as an ox, man. Man, that guy, man, he grab a hold of you. And then, of course, the strongest human being as a wrestler standpoint is probably Brock Lesnar. Just
I've heard that.
massive.
Yeah.
He grab you. It's very hard to break his grip.
Yeah, he's just. I always say this to people as well. Even now, when I watch Raw and SmackDown, Brock Lesnar still now. He physically, even on the TV, he intimidates me. He's just.
Dude, he is.
Something about the guy.
He is a dude. He's a country boy, a big old country boy, and he's strong, man. He's strong, man. He's one of the strongest human beings I've ever. I've just seen him just pick up Big Show with no problem, just snatch him right up. I'm like, holy crap, man.
Yeah. And he's another guy as well. I don't think people give him the credit of just how good he is in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. He's really that good. You have Brock Lesnar, the pro wrestler. You have Brock Lesnar, the MMA fighter that fight. There's different. Brock's really been able to redefine himself. He's really been able to. Like I said, not redefine, but also, just set up different characters, make himself relevant at different times with different looks and different characters. And that's something I never thought he could do. Man, I love this new look. I love this new attitude. He's a big baby face. I'm looking forward to him and Bobby Lashley. It'll be good. I wish it was more of a WrestleMania event. I really do. I really wish it was Brock versus Bobby for Mania.
What I've noticed as well is with this babyface Brock, you can see he's genuinely having fun with this run.
Yeah. Oh, he is. Yeah, you're right. He's having fun. You can. You know what? I didn't even think about that. That's a great. And that's a great. Man. I was going to ask you. No, I was going to tell you. No, that's a great point that you pointed out, man. He really is. You can tell in his face, his facials, like his body language. He's really enjoying this. Like it is. It's a storyline that they've let him have full creative control, and he's really, really enjoying this, man. And that's something that's rare because Brock is really, he hides his emotions. He's just he's one go out, kick ass, deliver the best match he can for you, and like it or leave it. If you like it or you hate it, he doesn't really give a shit. He doesn't give a crap. But he is the man, dude. But he's having fun here, and that's a great That's a great point, man. That you were able to acknowledge that he is having fun. He's having a hell of a time.
Do you get a chance to keep up with the younger guys in WWE at the moment, like in NXT 2.0?
Yeah, I do. I think Steiner's son is killing it. I can't wait for them to bring it up. The only thing I hate is that they don't let him use his name, Steiner. I really don't.
I agree. Yeah.
I know their real names. I know the real name is Rick and Steiner. That's what Rick and Scott's real name is, Rick and Steiner. That's what they wrestled out of Michigan. But I would let but for the pro wrestling name, wish they would just stick with the Steiners. Steiner.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think they were going to go with Rex Steiner, but I'd even take Braun Steiner. Like as long as he's got that Steiner name, I think that adds so much value to the character. But you're right, he is absolutely killing it right now. I think he's one of the best young guys in WWE, full stop.
Yeah, and he was a hell of an amateur wrestler as well. He was a Division II national champ.
Yeah.
So he's got a great amateur background, and his dad and uncle were all Americans at Michigan. So
yeah.
Another guy, obviously, speaking of the guys on the rosters now, a guy like Chad Gable. He'd have fit in with Team Angle, right?
Oh, it would have been great. Yeah, I would have loved to have him in there with that Team Angle. We always, before my brother died, Team Angle was supposed to be for 4 people, but yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome, actually. I have never thought of that, Jamie, but now thinking about it, Chad Gable and Team Angle, that's like a dream stable right there.
It would have been great.
I mean, there's still time, right? You could come back.
Yeah, I mean, you never say never. You never know,
say
man.
never.
That's it, man. That's it. You never say never.
Maybe this tour gets on. This tour gets going. We'll see what happens. I would love to have one more shot with Shelton, and that'd be great to bring Chad Gable in there. Maybe Kurt Angle to manage. Who knows?
Oh yeah,
I love that, man. I would love that. And before we start to wrap up and let you go, I did want to ask you as well about your time in Ring of Honor. I mean, you got to play the Kings of Wrestling, the Briscoes. I mean, that was
the all night express, the American Werewolves. I mean, dude, you cannot. I mean, talk about tag team wrestling. Yes. Oh my God, let's talk Ring of Honor, dude. They've always had a great. What I loved about Ring of Honor is that their tag team titles meant something. It was like the old WWE run. Yeah. But man, it was. I mean, God, right off the bat, the Kings of Wrestling. What a great tag team. Chris Hero, Claudio Castellano, and then you have you go on to the American Wolves, Eddie Edwards and Brad Davey Richards. I'm sorry, Brad Davies is a friend of mine that wrestled for West Point. I'm sorry. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, and then you go into the All Night Express. You got I mean, it was just you got Rhett and you got what was his name? He's gonna kill me. In the All Night Express. I can't remember the guy's name, but anyways, you go on, and then Cole Cabana and the Generico, that was a great tag team as well. And then of course the Briscoe brothers, man. Dude, that's who I was really, really enjoyed working with. It goes back to where the Briscoes and I, we were, my brother and I broke them in. Yeah. And then we broke them in before they started wrestling, before Ring of Honor started. So we broke them in at ECWA, Jim Kettner, and that was a promotion that had the Super 8 tournament, the big Super 8 tournament at the time. And Kenny King. Kenny King was the other one. Kenny King and and Rhett. And so they were the All Night Express. So they were a great tag team as well. But going back to them boys, Briscoes, man. Let's see, man. They're doing good at GCW. I know they just dropped the titles. To Chris Cage and his partner. So we'll see, man. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll end up going over to AEW. I mean, who knows where they're going to be? So
this is it. I know Ring of Honor is coming back in April apparently, so maybe we'll see them back there. But I know what I said to Callum before we came on. After this interview, my channel is going on YouTube, and I'm going to be watching some of you and Shelton against the Kings of Wrestling and the Briscoes.
Oh, yeah.
And watch the one against the Wolves. That was a great match too.
I will do, man. That's my night sorted. That is my night sorted. But
I got to thank Jim Cornette for that time, because he's the one that brought us in and was really building that tag team division as well. So
we're big Jim Cornette fans. He's one of a lot of people. He's a love him or hate him guy. We love Jim Cornette because he speaks the truth.
Hell yeah,
he speaks his mind.
You're right, 100%.
We do.
That guy knows his wrestling. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah, you're 100% right, man. And it was a great for me to work with him at OVW. He was really instrumental in putting the Team Angle together down there. And so with Jim Ross and of course with Arn Anderson and Jerry Briscoe. But we had a lot of help with Jim Cornette, and my career, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be where I am. So thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. There was one person I wanted to ask you about before we do start to wrap up as well. We've spoken to a lot of people, and they've always mentioned how good this guy was and how underrated. Your team with Rico. I mean, what was it like being team with Rico?
Rico was a gentleman, legit badass. He was a state trooper. He was a detective in the state of Nevada, over in Las Vegas. He was won the Gladiators, the American Gladiators. Yeah. He was he played that character with the flamboyancy, and that was a character. But he was someone. He was great to work with, easy, great mind for the business, very athletic, great genetics, and I had a really good time with him, man. Really fun.
Yeah, we've never, the amount of people we've had on before, and they've done nothing but say such nice, kind words about him. And I know obviously you teamed with him, so it was just like, I'm going to ask you what he was like, and you just confirmed it. He's a nice, genuine, down to earth guy by all accounts.
Badass as well.
And a badass as well. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But before we start to let you go, Charlie, I mean, is there anything you want to promote? Any upcoming shows?
Yeah, man.
Callum
Yeah.
you've got some pretty decent merch out there.
Yeah, some really cool t-shirts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, over at Pro Wrestling Tees, man, I got my Welcome to the Haas of Pain, and then also, Charlie Haas is not dead, because someone put in there that I died fatally in the ring, so we had to have that retracted. So no, I am not dead. I'm here in person, unless this is heaven. I have no idea, but no, definitely I'm still alive. And you can find me at the Haas Pod, my own podcast, where I bring in both amateur and professional wrestling to talk. So I got that at the Haas Pod. I have which is Wrestling's Greatest Podcast. And then you're at the Real Charlie Haas Facebook fan page, Real Charlie Haas Instagram, and then at Charlie Haas Twitter. Everyone go to Twitter there, support me there. And then our YouTube TV, which is at the Haas Pod, Wrestling's Greatest Podcast. So I'm there and at LinkedIn and at Facebook at Charlie Haas. So that's where you can find me.
Hell yeah, man. And I just happen to get paid tomorrow, so I'll be having a look at Pro Wrestling Tees as well.
You will like those t-shirts, trust me.
I got to buy one in order to get one. So, yeah, it's like...
There we go. Dude, we'd love to get you back on in the future. Maybe get yourself over to the UK as well.
Yeah, do me a favor. Please send me those links. Let's do that. That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely,
right,
man.
Awesome.
But for now, Charlie Haas, thank you so much, man. We appreciate your time. We'll speak to you again down the line, but thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You.
Bye-bye.
You too, man. Thank you.
Bye.